Welcome back to another video. Got a Game Week 33 review for you. So another one of these videos. I only did one a couple of days ago. So this Game Week took place over Tuesday and Wednesday of the last week. So yes, the Championship fixtures now are pretty frequent. There's games this Saturday and Sunday, and also next Tuesday and Wednesday as well. So there'll be plenty of these videos to come. Apologies if I sound a little bit tired in this video. I had a very long week. But yeah, let's go. Okay, so looking at our results and predictions, so not a terrible week for me in terms of that. Similar, not too many surprises in terms of results. Norwich getting a point at Wolves is the main surprise for me as a Norwich fan, and probably everyone's surprised. Brentford hammering Birmingham, I guess maybe you'd say that was coming. But some decent games. Bristol drew 1-1 with Fulham, Derby drew 2-2 with Leeds, and Millwall won another game. So yeah, let's get straight into the results. Aston Villa drew 1-1 with Preston, and in what seemed like a pretty good game. Preston on a decent run at the moment, unbeaten. 3 draws in a row, but still picking up points for them. And Ipswich at home is their next game. Villa 2 games without a win, but they went on such an amazing run before. It shouldn't be a problem for them, so they remain third, and they travel to Sheffield Wednesday. Barnsley's first game under their new manager ended in a defeat to Burton, who have picked up in recent weeks 3 games now without a defeat, including 1 win and 2 draws. So they took a early first half lead in the first minute and then got another one on the stroke at half time. Barnsley got one back, but it wasn't enough, and Burton climb ahead of them in the table up to 22nd, and Barnsley 23rd for them. But they do travel to Birmingham next. That could be a very big game, and Burton host Millwall. Bolton picked up an important win in their fight to stay up, beating Sunderland, who, nothing's really going right for Sunderland, or nothing's really gone right for them in the last 2 seasons. So, yeah, bottom of the table now for them and Chris Coleman. So, they'll probably beat Norwich, to be fair, but I'm not sure how Sunderland are going to stay up the way things are going. And a local derby against Borough for them to come next. Bolton, 19th now, 2 wins in the last 5 and a draw, and 2 defeats. So, they travel to Norwich next. Brentford got the performance of the night, then a 5-0 win against struggling Birmingham, who actually had won 2 games in a row and then lost to Villa, and then they've lost another 2 games since. As for Brentford, they had a mini blip a couple of games ago, but drawing 2 wins for them has got their season back on track, and they're looking not too bad to reach the playoffs now. So yes, a 5-0 win, thumping win for them. And Leeds away is the next game, as Birmingham, as I said before, host Barnsley in what could certainly be a relegation 6-pointer. Borough picked up another home win, 2 wins in a row at home for them against Hull, who slipped down to 21st, really struggling for them now. And so Borough really just stayed with 2 goals, and Patrick Bamford also getting on the score sheet. So yeah, 2 wins out of 3 for Borough. Sunderland away, a northeast derby for them, and yes, Hull host a Yorkshire derby against Sheffield United, which is on Friday. Millwall's fantastic form continued now, 8 unbeaten I think for the Lions, and 3 wins out of the last 4 for them. They were 1-0 down to Sheffield Wednesday, who got their first win under their new manager last week against Derby, but Millwall fought back, and goals from Gregory and Morrison secured another win for them, up to 13th now, or it might be 12th actually. I think I might have made a mistake there, but yes, I'll check. So the way Millwall were playing, there's no reason why they can't reach the playoffs if they continue to pick up points. So yeah, Villa at home for Sheffield Wednesday, and Burton away for the Lions. 2 struggling sides went head-to-head at the City Ground then. So Reading looking like they were going to pick up a very important win, but a strike from Lee Tomlin ensured that Forest got a share of the spoils. But no wins in 5 for Forest, but they have ended that losing run at least. As for Reading, pretty much the same, 1 win in the last 5. A tricky game for them at home to Derby next, or as Forest travel to QPR. Another win for Sheffield United then, 3 wins out of the last 5 and 2 on the trot. So remounting their playoff charge again at 7th now, not too far outside the playoffs. As for QPR, well, they've been the pretty much definition of inconsistent, loss. So yeah, it doesn't really look like their season's heading anywhere, but you never know. Nottingham Forest at home for QPR, and Yorkshire Derby against Hull for Sheffield. I was about to say Sheffield Wednesday there, no, Sheffield United. On to the Wednesday games then. Bristol City went head-to-head with Fulham, 6th against 5th there, and it finished in a draw at 1-1. Mitrovic put Fulham ahead, but Reed equalised for Bristol. So as for them, 1 win in the last 5, but only 1 defeat. As for Fulham, still going well. Still, I think they're 10 unbeaten now. 3 wins and 2 draws, and big game for them, home to Wolves on Saturday. That's the 5:30 kickoff, I think, and equally so for Bristol City, who travel to Cardiff. That's very big game for them, and a derby. Derby fought back twice against Leeds to salvage a 2-2 draw. Leeds went ahead through Lasogga, but Wyman equalised on the stroke of half-time. Leeds then, I thought they'd won it because I was watching this game. Alioski put them ahead, but Palmer in, I think, the 91st minute got the points for Derby. And they've had you can see, certainly a blip lately, just one win in the last 5, but they're still 4th and still not too far off the promotion places, so plenty of time for them. But yeah, Reading away for them next, and Leeds host Brentford. Cardiff continued their good form with a 4th win out of 5 then at Ipswich, who slipped down to 14th. Wasn't a great game by the sounds of it, and Zahore got the winner for Cardiff on about 65 minutes, I think. So yeah, 2nd place they remain, 4 points clear now, I think, of 3rd. So it's looking much better than it was for Cardiff about a month ago, because they went on that bad bit of form. But as most Neil Warnock teams do, they turned it around, and yeah, they're flying now and looking pretty good for promotion. Bristol City at home for them next, whereas Ipswich travel to Preston. Finally then, Wolves to Norwich 2, so also on the Wednesday. So an interesting game this one. Norwich were 2-0 down in about 25 minutes, and I thought, well, this is going to be a long night for Norwich. But we got a goal back immediately through Zimmerman, and then Oliveira, I think, must have been 93rd minute. I think for about 40 yards, just cranked a shot, and somehow got past John Ruddy into the net and got Norwich another point, and kept their unbeaten run going. No need to worry for Wolves though. First, I think they're 9 points clear, and although they do have Fulham on Saturday, so I think that they get a point or even 3 points there, they're pretty much, for me, they're going to get promoted, so they shouldn't worry. As for Norwich, up to 12th, but still not that close to the playoff places, so going to need to win a few more games if they're going to get close. Looking at our summary then, the result of the week for me had to go to Brentford at thumping Birmingham 5-0. Most important victory I gave to Burton. That was their first win for a while, and pretty much got them out of the bottom 3. I think they're level on points now with 21st, but the goal difference is slightly superior in terms of 21st. Goal of the week, I didn't really see too many great goals, so I think I just gave it on instinct. I think watching Nelson Oliveira's last night, I mean, that was about 40 yards out, and it was just how crucial it was as well. Last minute got us a point, so I've given it to that. No bias there, I promise. Prediction score are 6 correct results and 1 correct score, I think. So yeah, we're doing much better recently in the predictions. Promotion, sticking with Wolves, but again, relegation, I would say Sunderland, but I mean, it's so tight down there at the moment, a couple of results could change everything. Speaking of the table, not too much movement, again, a little bit in terms of mid-table. Leeds and Norwich moving up a place, and Millwall and Ipswich moving down a place. So actually, Millwall went up originally to 13th, but 12th, sorry, but then slipped down to 13th. As for the bottom 3, like I said, pretty tight down there. 26, 28, 29, 29, 30 is the bottom 5, and then Bolton just opening up a little bit of a gap there. 4 points clear of safety for them. As for the top, then Wolves 9 points clear still. Cardiff now 4 points clear in second, and Bristol City 54, Sheffield United 52, but Sheffield United do have a game in hand, so certainly a chance for them to break into the playoff places. As just looking at that mid-table region, Leeds, Norwich, Millwall and Ipswich 8 points and 9 points off the playoffs, so I think I probably will say that those teams are out of the playoff hunt. And just before we go, just have a look at the fixtures in Game Week 34. So, it's first game on Friday, Hull against Sheffield United, Birmingham against Barnsley, pretty big game, Burton against Millwall, Leeds against Brentford, mid-table clash there, Norwich against Bolton, Preston against Ipswich, QPR playing Nottingham Forest, Reading against Derby, Sheffield Wednesday against Villa, and then we've got that derby there, Sunderland versus Borough. Then Fulham against Wolves should certainly be a very good game. Could be season defining for both of those clubs. And Cardiff against Bristol City, a derby on Sunday. So yeah, some pretty big games there, you have to say. The Birmingham one probably stands out to me in terms of relegation, but equally one could say that Fulham against Wolves and Cardiff against Bristol were just as important. So yeah, it should be a pretty good week. I mean, I'm not too optimistic in terms of Norwich. I mean, I know Norwich are picking up points at the moment, but we just seem to struggle against the clubs below us, and Bolton turned us over at the Macron in November. So yeah, who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, thanks for watching as usual, guys. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I'll see you later.